Welcome back our first group of guests whose mission is to provide an atmosphere that nurtures the physical and spiritual development of individual dancers. And I'm talking about Metropolitan Ballet of Tacoma. Damaris Coughlin, welcome. You are the Assistant Director of Metropolitan Ballet of Tacoma.
I'm the artistic
Director. I'm so sorry.
No worries.
So sorry. Next to you, we have Annalise Nielsen, the Director of the Children's Division of MBT. And on the couch at the end, we have Helena Coughlin, the Rehearsal Assistant for the MBT. We've got a lot to cover in your segment today, so let's go ahead and get started. You've got some performances coming up at Metropolitan Ballet of Tacoma and Corpo.
Yes.
So what do you have coming up?
This weekend, Friday and Saturday at PLU, Karen Hille Phillips Auditorium, we'll be presenting Alice in Wonderland, and that is the whole MBT school division, company division, everybody. And we're really excited about that. And then next weekend, on June 27th and June 28th, we have Corpo, our adult, exciting new company that will be performing at, did I say Norton?
Norton Clapp.
Yes.
Yep. Wonderful. Now, how do we get tickets for those events?
You can go to our website at metropolitanballetofTacoma.com, and you can be linked to or you could go to Ticket Leap, and you could also get them at the door.
Wonderful. So 2 events coming up.
Yes.
The weekend of the 21st and the weekend of the 27th.
Yeah.
Now, you just received your Tacoma Creates funding, if I heard correctly.
Yes, we did.
Tell us a little bit about that.
We are so grateful for that. And we're looking forward to getting funding to help with our Nativity Ballet, which I spoke about last time when I was on City Line. And we want to create a backdrop for the Nativity, and that is a ballet that we do every Christmas time, and it's free to the community. So we're really, really grateful for that. And then we also got some funding for Corpo, our new professional division, and that will be to continue putting in support for guest artists.
That is fantastic. Thank you, Tacoma Creates, I think, on
Yes,
behalf of all the nonprofits.
absolutely. Thank you.
Arts, culture, and heritage in our community. Now, you keep saying the word Corpo.
Yes.
Please tell me, who and what is Corpo?
Well, Corpo is a new company, and one of my alum dancers suggested to me, would you ever be interested in creating a new company that is adults and professional? And so we had our first season last year and went really, really well. And I think there is a need for that in our community, for adults to be able to continue performing.
Absolutely. And there's some great shots is this from last year's Corpo?
Yes.
That's fantastic.
Yes. Yes.
Now, who has been contributing to Corpo's performances?
So we are so excited. We have such an amazing group this year. We have Gregory Dawson, who was on the show back in February with Damaris, as well as Casey Hurd, who is an internationally known choreographer and dancer, Damaris, as well as Joel Myers, Anna Crumpus. We just have such a really awesome group.
That's fantastic. Now, Corpo, is it a professional dance company?
Elena, you want to answer that?
Yes, that's something that we're working towards for sure. It's a group Annalise and I will be performing along with about 12 other adults from the community in the surrounding area, but we are working towards a professional division.
That is fantastic. Now, with Corpo, what are some things we would expect to see if we're going to that performance on the 27th?
Well, you'll see exciting choreography. There is one piece that has a point in it. So most of the dancers are classically trained ballet dancers, but there's contemporary and there's a little musical theater number. So a priority for us is always to bring a diverse program where there's all kinds of music, all kinds of styles, and there's something for everyone. And just high caliber dance.
Now, I have some questions. How many dancers are in your company?
About 14.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a great number. How long have you been dancing?
I've been dancing, 22, 23 years.
Fantastic. How long have you been with MBT?
Since I was 12, so it's been a long time, but not quite that long.
We won't do all the math on that one. We'll keep some mystery on the show today. What is your favorite style of dance?
Ooh, that's a tough one. I mean, ballet has always been my first love, but I also really love contemporary.
Wonderful. Now, Helen, I'm going to ask you the same questions too.
Yeah. So I've been with MBT since the very beginning.
I wonder if that has anything to do with the last name.
I wonder, yeah. Yes, yeah. So I was basically born there and grew up dancing there since I was 3. So about 20 years I've been dancing now.
That's fantastic. And for you, what is your favorite style of dance?
I would probably have to say ballet as well. It's always been my first love. But I do love musical theater as well.
You're speaking to my heart there, just as the fact of theater with that. With dance, it's such an expressive art form. Is there any dance that has been part of your past that you're the most proud of performing in?
Oh, that's a tough question. Do you have one off the top of your head?
I think with ballet, it's such a great genre of dance because if you can do ballet, you can do anything in the dance world, in my opinion. So I know that in my experience, when I've gotten to do some theater and when I'm able to bring my ballet background to that, it really helps to contribute to that and the technical aspect of dance with ballet specifically is really great. So.
It's so foundational for everything involved.
Exactly.
With any style of dance, you have
Right.
to go back to the root of ballet.
Exactly.
Which is fantastic.
Yeah.
Damaris, what about you? Are there any pieces that you've done over the years that stand out to you as the piece that you just go, this was the one?
Well, one of my dear friends said that the Nativity Ballet was my magnum opus, and I feel like that because it is a gift to the community and we're able to provide it for free. And, for me personally in my faith, it's something that is so important. And so I think that it would probably be that whole creation. And it was many years in the making and has evolved over the years and grown kind of into a ministry.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Now, we'll go back to Corpo for a second because I'm still fascinated by it's new. It's in its second season.
Yeah.
What made you sit back and say, it's time for a new division of MBT?
Well, maybe perhaps where I am in my career too, and also that conversation with Anna Krumpus, she came to me and said, I still want to perform, and we have such a thriving company with Metropolitan Ballet of Tacoma. There's about 25 dancers that are in that company division, and so it was getting more crowded. We were still, asking some of the adults to perform, but we just felt like we had enough interest in it, and I think that that's something that is a need in communities, that there is an outlet for adults to still perform.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
With Corpo, you said it's primarily adults coming together and dancing.
Yes,
together.
it is.
How does one become involved with Corpo?
Well, come take classes, and reach out to me. I'm always looking for other artists and other choreographers and people that want to contribute in that way. So, there are some requirements to that. I need, I ask the dancers to be taking at least one class a week so that they stay in shape and they have their technique really strong. And then as far as rehearsals and all of that goes, it's a very interesting dynamic of scheduling that around people, because we have dancers who have families, have professional careers outside of dance, college students. So it's really a fun thing to schedule everyone.
the joys of scheduling.
Yes, exactly.
Now, do you have classes over the summer?
Yes, absolutely.
What does your class schedule look like this summer?
Most of our classes are in the evening. Monday through Friday, we've got open classes. So that would be a great way to, if someone was interested, to come and take some of the open classes. I think it's 6 to 7:30. And then we also have some things for the younger dancers. We have boot camps during the day. So we've got a lot of things going on.
So if you want to not see your little ones during the summer, send them over to you is what we're hearing?
Yes, sure. Yes.
After that nostalgia of the first week of school being like, yay, we're all home together. And then you're like, okay, let's get those kids out of the house.
We'll take
Send them
them
over to BT. That's wonderful.
We'll take them.
Well, thank you, all three of you, for being here today and sharing with us about the great events coming up, both the weekend of the 21st and the 27th, 2 different dance performances.
Absolutely.
And I hope that members of our community hear this and go out there and join you.
We do too.
For them too.
Yes.
Now, coming up very shortly after the break, we have our friends from EFN who are going to be here to tell us about Stand Up to Hunger as they're fist bumping over at the waiting section over there. For now, once again, we are so happy you're joining us for this Juneteenth edition of Cityline. My name is Chris Surface, and we will see you after the break.